Welcome back to 3 Count, and what a high-flying 4-way main event we have for you this week. Matt Cross, Senza Volto, El Fantasmo, and Chris Jokic due to go head-to-head. And here comes the GWF Loserweight Champion. He's had a rough season so far here on 3 Count. Last time we saw him, Benji got destroyed by Murat AK. In fact, Benji, the Loserweight Champion, has had a pretty rough time in general here in GWF recently. He didn't do so well in that 30-man over-the-top rope battlefield match either, getting eliminated by John Bad Bones Klinger after, quite frankly, not very long in the match whatsoever. Well, tonight, we don't actually know what our matchmaker, Crazy Sexy Mike, has in mind for Benji, but we're about to find out. And sadly for Benji, if I know Crazy Sexy Mike, I suspect it could be a very long night for the Loserweight Champion. Oh, come on. Come on, really? Seriously, we're going to make Benji go against the 3-time GWF World Champion. Well, Pascal Spouter has a big couple of weeks ahead of him. It's just recently been announced that he will get a chance to become a 4-time GWF World Champion at Revenge on October the 6th. And what a match that promises to be. I'll tell you more about that in just a few moments. Pascal Spouter, as I said, on 3 separate occasions, has held the most prized possession in the German Wrestling Federation, that world title. And on October 6th, on demand, at GWF Revenge, he will participate in what promises to be the biggest GWF world title match we have ever had. Listen to this. 5 men enter that match. World Champion Chris Colan, Lucky Kid, Cash Money Erkan, John Bad Bones Klinger, and Pascal Spouter. It is a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the GWF World title, and it all goes down, as I said, GWF Revenge on demand on wearegwf.com. Well, Benji is trying to impress the German heavyweight with his own, what he believes to be heavyweight physique, but Spouter doesn't look particularly impressed. Oh, Benji, oh my. Well, Benji just about had enough of, or rather Spouter had enough of Benji's messing around, and I said earlier it might be a long night for Benji. Could be a short night in the match and a long night in the hospital if the Loserweight Champion isn't careful. Oh my God. Look at that chop. My word. Benji is trying to do all he can to use his maybe superior speed against Spouter. Maybe the only asset he has against the Star of Berlin. Benji, though, in a precarious position when he fights his way out with the Hurricane Rana. Spouter taken aback slightly. Benji has come here to fight tonight, but oh my. A dropkick with authority from Spouter. Spouter with Benji on his shoulders, and that's a wrap. Spouter advances to TLC. So an emphatic victory for Pascal Spouter, just a couple of weeks removed from that big TLC match. His opportunity to become a 4-time world champion. Benji initially escaping the powerbomb attempt with the Hurricane Rana, but after that dropkick, it really was a matter of time. And after Spouter hit that's a wrap, that was a wrap indeed for Benji. A brief workout for Pascal Spouter on his way to Berlin for TLC at Revenge. Well, time for our main event, and this promises to be something very, very spectacular. I've been looking forward to this all week. Fasten your seatbelts, everybody. Here we go. Senza Volto, the French sensation, on his way to the ring. Volto came very, very close, of course, to becoming the GWF Berlin champion at Battlefield, but was foiled again by Group Anashi and Jem Kaplan. So Volto looking to pick himself up here and get back to winning ways in this week's main event. Well, here comes one of pro wrestling's great journeymen, another former Berlin champion, so another man very familiar with that prestigious championship. Matt Cross looking to get back to winning ways as well. Matt Cross lost to El Phantasmo in episode 1 of this season. He'll get another chance against the young Canadian tonight. Well, here comes a man who unfortunately wasn't able to make it to Battlefield, and in his absence, his partner Oliver Carter in New Wave was unsuccessful in a triple threat tag match. Chris Jokic going to go head-to-head with a fellow member of New Wave, Senza Volto, as well as Cross and the man we're about to meet. He is one of the most talked about men in the world of pro wrestling today, and he is here on Free Count. El Phantasmo has been wowing audiences all around the world, and we now know that Phantasmo, get this, will go one-on-one with Senza Volto, one of his opponents in this match, at GWF Revenge on the 6th of October. The winner will be the #1 contender for the Berlin Championship. A hell of a match set for Revenge. So a chance to truly make his mark here in GWF for El Phantasmo at Revenge, and of course a chance to quickly get his own back against Jem Kaplan and Group Anashi for Senza Volto. But only one of those two men can move on from that match at Revenge to face Jem Kaplan, the Berlin champion. And that match, by the way, will be a 2 out of 3 falls match. But that's October 6th. Right now, it's all about our main event this week. El Phantasmo and Senza Volto, of course, are part of it, but so are Matt Cross and Chris Jokic. 4 fan favorites here looking to compete against each other, and only one of them can get out of here with the victory. I've been talking all night about GWF Revenge. Don't forget, if you want to be part of that in person, you still can be. Go to gwf-wrestling.com for tickets and merchandise from the German Wrestling Federation, including tickets to see El Phantasmo and Senza Volto in that 2 out of 3 falls match on October 6th in Berlin. Lots of support here in Berlin for the son of Havoc, Matt Cross, who, as I said, is himself a former Berlin champion. And now we're going to get something of a rematch from that match we had on episode 1 of this season. Matt Cross and El Phantasmo going at it once again. And Cross in particular, of course, with something to prove here. Cross with a handstand. Phantasmo trying to pick him up. The head scissors, but another handstand from Phantasmo. And both of these men showing tremendous agility. Volto, though, back in the ring. And Senza Volto takes out 2 men at once. Now it's a case of New Wave versus New Wave, and an arm drag takes out Jokic. Big uppercut from the French sensation. There's a handspring into the back elbow from Cross. Cross looking for maybe a flatliner and a DDT combined. And Matt Cross, the most experienced man in the match, showing exactly what he is made of. But here comes Jokic. Jokic, the young Croatian, sweeps the leg of El Fantasmo. There's a standing moonsault from Jokic. Jokic, as you heard, with very strong words for his opponents before the match in that video package, saying of the four of them, only he is the true pioneer of pro wrestling. But I think El Fantasmo would beg to differ, as would Cross and Senza Volto, all three of them. Very innovative in their offense, as Fantasmo is showing here. Fantasmo leaps over the attempt from Cross to knock him over the top rope, and this young man from British Columbia has now done a full lap of the top rope. Well, Senza Volto's up there as well, and Volto dispatched by Fantasmo, and then into the Hurricane Rana. And if Fantasmo can take this kind of form into revenge in a couple of weeks' time, then surely we are looking at the new #1 contender for the Berlin Championship. But not if this man has anything to say about it. Here he comes, Senza Volto. Caught by Fantasmo, back elbow by Volto. Volto will, oh God, he ran right into the boot of Fantasmo. The sweep of the leg by Volto. And Volto into the sunset flip, the pin, and Matt Cross breaks it up at 2.5. Cross, of course, has traveled all around the world just this year, was part of that huge all-in event over in Chicago. And tonight in Berlin, once again, showing wrestling fans all around the world just why he is so well regarded. It's a jawbreaker by Senza Volto. Volto will go to the ropes, gets caught by Cross. Has a double foot stomp into the pin. Cross hooks the left leg, and Volto kicks out on 2. I think Matt Cross was arguing with the referee there. Cross couldn't quite believe that was only a 2 count, but 2 it was, and the match continues here. First man to gain a fall over any one of their 3 opponents here will win this 4-way main event on this week's 3 count. And oh my, it's a big backbreaker from Cross. Jokic breaks it up. Jokic sends Cross face first into the turnbuckle there. And Jokic from the ever-exciting New Wave, one of the most talked about groups here in GWF. You see them why they are a high-octane, exciting group of young athletes, as Jokic is showing there with the fall-away slam into the bridge. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Still only good for a 2 count because El Fantasmo got in and stopped the pinfall, saved the match. Fantasmo now will try and unload on Jokic. Jokic fighting back though. These two exchanging forearms. It's a spinning kick from Fantasmo and an enziguri right round the back of the head of Jokic. Fantasmo goes to the ropes, clothesline by Jokic. Sends Fantasmo to the outside. And Jokic with a moonsault off the apron. What a move by Chris Jokic. El Fantasmo in all kinds of trouble, but look in the ring. The French sensation is looking to take to the skies here. Phantasmo gets caught by Senza Volto, as does Chris Jokic. Well, we promised you an action-packed main event on this week's Free Count, and it is absolutely delivering. Matt Cross wants to join the party. Cross over the top. Like a corkscrew. And the Son of Havoc is causing havoc here in the capital of Germany. Cross looking to end it. He'll go to the top rope, goes for the 450, but changed his plans in midair after Jokic got out of there. There's the twisting Death Valley driver from Chris Jokic. Here comes El Phantasmo. Phantasmo with a forearm into the face. It's a twisting tornado DDT, using that top rope as a springboard. Phantasmo gets caught though. There's a Canadian destroyer on the Canadian by Senza Volto. Will it be enough? No. Chris Jokic makes the save. And this main event continues. Well, this is great. What a match here between these four hugely acrobatic young talents. And again, this is something of a preview of what you will see in that number one contendership match. 2 out of 3 falls between Senza Volto and El Phantasmo, both of whom are now getting to their feet, as is Matt Cross, as is Chris Jokic. All four staring each other down. Jokic with the forearms to the face. In fact, there's a whole circle of forearms, everyone hitting each other. We're down to Jokic and Senza Volto. New wave versus new wave here. Big strike into the jaw from Senza Volto. There's a super kick from Jokic. Jokic got countered. Jokic got countered by Senza Volto. Volto, another counter. A backbreaker from Jokic. Quick thinking from the young Croatian. And now Jokic will ascend to the top turnbuckle. Oh God, big Spanish fly from Senza Volto. Off the top rope. Volto with the cover. Oh my. El Phantasmo breaks it up. And Phantasmo sends both Volto and Jokic to the outside. Matt Cross counters. Cross headed to the top here. Matt Cross on the top floor. And Cross with the shooting star press. The cover by the Son of Havoc. And Cross wins it. Cross wins it. A huge victory in an absolutely scintillating main event here on Free Count. Let's take a look at some of the action from earlier on. It came thick and fast as Senza Volto and then Matt Cross as well took to the skies in an attempt to take out their opponents. It's that rolling Death Valley driver from Jokic, the tornado DDT from El Phantasmo. That backbreaker from Jokic. And a Spanish fly off the top from Senza Volto. I thought that would be enough, but in the end, it is this one that got it done. The shooting star press. Look at the hang time for Matt Cross as he picks up the win in our main event this week on Free Count. And with a big win in his back pocket, you have to ask, what is next for the Son of Havoc here in GWF? Well, we will see you next week for more from Free Count.